Alright, this gardening with Wags. See how this goes? My camera does split screens or so. I just found this out, so I'm whipping this thing on. Sorry about no topic, but I got a topic. I was going to do a video. I already did one, but I don't like the way I did it. So that's the first time I never published it straight up. I don't like editing. See how the garbage works? Visit Wags, Chicago, spelled out, Chicago, and Wags in front, or on the tweets. It said it's on the description. Hit the buttons, etc., whatever. And then make comments. Let me know also if you guys, the long term, especially if you like this view where I'm on top and bottom. By the way, speaking of that, look at this shadow. This to be for the guys that are new to symbolism. Look, there's a shadow on me here, and then look up in the corner there. I'm just saying, I didn't do that on purpose, but I just turned this thing on, and when I spun around, the sun doohickeys right behind me. Where is it? Just so you know how the math goes for you gynecologists out there. See how this is working? The sun's behind me. You can see where the shadow is. That's some creepy shit. Especially if you saw that picture that kid drew when I saw the... I can't really see the screen, so I hope you're seeing this garbage. When I saw the... Sundog a couple months ago. That's up in there. Go look up Sundog and a Prayer. I think I have it. There's two clips on it. One's short, like 5 minutes. The other one's 40 minutes, where I try to explain it as a INFJ to human translation. It's hard to do. I've seen so much abstract. Look at my strawberries, guys. Holy shit. Check this out. That's just blooming. Look at it. We did a trick with the bananas. There's a thing going around on the interwebs. Look at this guy. Gotta go water him a little bit. If you take your bananas and put them in juice, water juices for like 2 days, I think it was for this. Yeah, it was. It was for the strawberry. We just did it. Look how bright red this MFR is. Look at this garbage. Holy shit. I can't zoom because of the split screen. You see that? That's love. See that? That's what love is. That's the ether. See how that works? See how that works. A few weeks of doing this garbage. I'll show you the tiller in a minute. And now you start getting food from said planet. Isn't that crazy? We should have been doing this shit our whole lives. See how that works? Sorry, I'm zooming in. I had to actually zoom in physically. See how that works? Hang on, I gotta fix my other songs. Hang on. This is INFJ Apocalypse Radio, the segment, which I'll start now. It's gonna be called We're Possibly in Checkmate, as far as the WW trace. Whatever trace means. See, if you don't know what I'm talking about, ask in the comments if I start talking in words that are new to you. People that have been on the channel get it. I'm going to put some Blue Oyster Cult on. I like this live version. Don't fear the Reaper. By the way, people that get creeped out by that song, which they use it in a lot of scary movies, that is a love song. If you just freaking listen to the words to it, like, there's a little bit of death thrown in there, but you're going to die anyway, so who fucking cares? See how that works? Anyways... People are so scared. Anyways, based on true events. So we're gonna start based on true events. The Apocalypse Radio Network Hour, whatever that means, making it up. And thanks to Susan Donahue, one of the tweets that I retweeted. I think it was the word idea. She said something about ideas, they're not bad or whatever. It was something like that. I can't remember the exact tweet, but I only do like 10,000 a month. So on all my channels, like. I do run a news feed too. If you guys ever want to look, it's all in the description. I'm trying to get TikTok going too. Like, this is gonna help. This dual screen garbage. Oh man, I could do some 30-second TikToks with this garbage for the young. Anyway, see that rain barrel? That filled up in one rainstorm, and I don't even have a funnel on it. The thing's full of juice. See how that works? This is what we lived on for thousands of years. See how that works? This is also what our lords hate. They don't like this garbage. They don't want you getting your feet dirty. I gotta have boots because I keep breaking my fucking feet. But they don't want you to see. Look, this is corn, motherfucker. You see how that works? It says knee high. Was it waist high by 4th of July? You see how that's gonna be? Just testing it out because you got to feed your chickens. See how that works? Nobody's thinking, man. Like, they're thinking like, oh, it's gonna go back to 1999. No, the fuck it ain't. But my world's already changed. See how this is? This is what you could do. And if you don't have go find somebody that does and start becoming friend, working with them. Let me help you out. Because next year in 23, I'm going to just go news. I'll tell you the story in a minute. In 2023, the old reserve starts with F, ends in D, has the letter E in the middle. This is where we're getting into I got to talk like I'm having a stroke. They said, and it's on my tweets. So if you want to listen to the video, by 2023, the new coin's coming out. See how that works? And that's going to help the dollar and all that get stronger somehow. Because they lie to you while they tell you the truth. See how that works? That's called Wizard 101. Not even. That's Wizard just basic. A 3-year-old knows that. I hope you like this format. See some pretty flowers. They're not flowers, by the way. You see any flowers except for those dandelion or the orange-looking doohickeys that keep the bugs out. And anyways, growing food with wags during the apocalypse based on true events. But now I slipped into some news. I don't want to do news. Hang on, let me reset my brain here. Speaking of resets, get ready. They're letting the criminals freaking go. They already did. See, when you were all asleep, when you were muzzled up, all hiding, remember that garbage? That wasn't that long ago. It was more than 6 minutes ago, but I don't know if you could go back in time about 2 years ago, about this time of the year. I'm going to tell you, no, this is going to be based on true events still. Hang on. This is based on true events. This is all for fiction and whatever you call that non-garbage. Like, this is all made up. None of this is true. Or it is. Anyways, remember back when this little doohickey thing started? I was just talking to, oh, this is going to be good. Hang on, now I'm going in my own brain about garbage. Hang on. Just talk to a friend. I got like one other friend. 30 years. The other night, we were talking on the phone, and, what was I going to say? Hang on. Oh, what the hell was I just going to say? It just popped back out. See, this is how the INFJ garbage works. Something came out of my subconscious into my focus, and then it just disappeared because I had to tell you something first. See how that worked? In a while, I'll remember because it was a short conversation. What the hell was I talking about? One of them was about the checkmate. I told him that theory. Not theory, idea. See, I'm an ideologist. See, some of you guys are ideas. I go because I'm a Sperg. I'm an ideologist. I'm an expert or something, whatever you medical garbage people call each other. Because you freaking memorize test scores or whatever. Go fuck yourself. My shit comes from the ether sometimes. Like, I don't know where the information comes from, but it just shows up. What the hell was I going to say? I'm going to edit all that out. You guys won't know any of that happen. Because I love editing so much. And by the way, I could edit if I want to. I used to do Photoshop and all that garbage. It's not garbage, by the way. It's great for artwork. It's just, if I start doing that, you'll never see me again. I'll be in the freaking, I'll sit there for 3 months making a cover for my video. Because it'll never be good enough. That's my curse. See, this is why the young INFJs, you go on those feeds, they're really frustrated and they hate their talent. Because they don't understand it yet. It's not a curse. It's a curse because people are retarded, but that's our fault because we're only 98% to the left of center. Not meaning, you know what I mean. That's the R word. I don't want to say it again. I don't want to get popped. You got played by the devil's rules. See how that works? Otherwise, my channel would have been gone a long time ago. So if you don't understand what I'm saying, there's a reason sometimes. Figure it out. A lot of people can't, by the way. See, that's the thing with good and evil. Whatever you call it, light and dark. There's people that are on the edges of it, way on the end, like serial killers, and let's say the detectives who catch them. That would be your left and right of center. See how that goes? And then you got all these non-player characters. It's also why I think they invented the Bible. In whatever religion, you can pick the 4 corners, whatever. There's 4 main ones, because these guys know what they're doing. And they know we're all retardedly stupid. Sorry to say. That's a fact. And then as an alien, human alien, like the letters, I don't know if I said it in this video, I have to keep starting over because I'm getting the camera wet and then it stops. And I don't want to edit this garbage, so then I got to start the whole fucking thing over. Hang on, trying to get my hose. Anyways. Oh, back to based on true events. So, imagine if we're in checkmate. See how this is gonna work? I hope I'll edit from here forward. This isn't easy. I can just clip the front and then save it. That's what I'll edit. I cut it and then the video's gone. Anyways, as I'm left the center. Anyways, I was somewhat INFJ, but I don't want to get onto that right now. That's a different day. I already got a video for that coming out. 2 of them. Because the camera cut off and I had to start over. But I didn't start over. I just continued. But anyways, I can't see the camera whatsoever. I hope you guys see this garbage. The sun's right to my right here. See it? You can see it off the window of the camera here. And you could look at that. You want to look at the sun? Oh wait, I can look at the sun this way too. I forgot I got 2 cameras on. See, it's just something retarded. See, I told you I'm retarded. Anyways, check this out for World War, the new Risk game, Risk 2022 version, let's call it. So there's a new board game we're going to talk about in this video. It's called Risk version 2.222. That's actually the year, by the way. When did that doohickey start? Was it in February or something? I think it was the end of February or March. I bet you there's something to do with those numbers. See how that work? Am I still recording? Yeah. Talking to myself like a retard. Anyways, I basically am. Anyways, these trees are really wet. It's hot as hell yesterday. So, if China, by the way, I call them the CCers. And then you know who the bear is. So the bear and the CCers, who knows how long they've been doing this garbage. But we know it's coming. Whatever that means. And all these years, CCers were building up Africa. See how that worked? The new industrial section of the world is going to come out of Africa. That's the rumor. That's what all the investors are looking at. It's called some China Beltway or something. The African Beltway. Look that up. They've now completed it. Go look at the timing of all this. So, and there was in the old days of the ideologists, let's call it, that our channels are long gone. Anybody older on this internet garbage is going to remember a lot of what I'm saying. There were like rumors and maps out of like how things were getting divided, like pie. Like you get Thanksgiving pie, see how that works? And you cut it up into little pieces. Think of that. Now think of where you live. Which piece of that pie are you in? If that makes any sense, a lot of you ain't gonna know what I'm talking about. Just go back and watch Bob's Burgers. Don't worry about nothing. So, like California, I heard, looks really red, let's say. That's what I heard. I don't know. That was in the day. Like, that's all ideologists that are gone. Because they weren't allowed to say, you can't think. See how that works? So luckily we're talking about a movie that I'm just writing right now. I'm just doing, this is a script. This is based on true events. None of this is real. As far as you know. Can you even see this fucking thing? Hey, let me go over here. So, here's that tiller garbage. See how that works? Wags out here getting a suntan. Oh, look at this shadow. I love this. That's the symbolism. I mean, I didn't mean to do this. I swear to God, there's a triangle to my left. If I was somebody watching this video, I'd be like, who is this fucking weirdo? There's a this is just, I walked up to water my fucking lawn, and the sun is right behind me. There's no freaking way I'm out here with a sundial, alerted what time of the day to do this video. But I'm seeing myself on the screen right now, and if I... Plus, you can see me. It's like front and back. This is in shadow and not. This is creepy shit. Again, this is the ether. Unless you're into the ether, you don't know. You'll know what I'm talking about. Like, none of this is planned. I'm watering the fucking grass. Not grass, my food. Now I lost track of what I was thinking. That's creeping me out. Holy shit, this is creepy. This is a creepy picture. And if you guys haven't seen my purple, I can't find it right now, but I got a small clip I made that I sent to 1 or 2 people I know personally. That was it. When the sky turned purple that morning, it was June 2nd, I believe. And the time was at 6:23 in the morning. I remember that to like it was like 10 seconds ago. And I'm videoing like this with my other tab, you know, my main tablet. And all of a sudden, the screen turns purple. See how that works? I'm like, that's called infrared light. But it doesn't have. I looked it up online. Everywhere there's no infrared camera for us to use. Anyway, I'm sure they got one for ID or whatever. But as far as the camera goes, it didn't have no infrared doohickey settings. There's nothing. They protect them from that. See how they work? Because the infrared would burn the cameras out. Anyways, that sun right behind you, right there. But it was early in the morning. Did some weird shit that morning, and there was like a cloud of gas coming off the top, and it made a weird shape. Looks like a thing called Anthony, I think it is. The highest, the arc. It's in the video. It's like, I gotta go dig it up. I just backed up my shit, so it's off the main drive, so now I gotta rehook it up. It's a pain in the ass. Nobody cares. The point is, that happened on June 2nd at 6:23 in the morning. It's like, it's the numbers. It's all, you know, being a Sperg that I am, numbers are really important to me, and I don't believe anything happens for no reason. That's just how we think, this certain type of alien. So there's nothing I could do about it. That's just, my whole life is pattern. I just didn't know it. This is for the INFJ younger people. You don't know it yet. You will. It's like, yeah, everybody gets that, where I have something on my feeling on your back. Oh, I just scared off a butterfly. I'm sorry. Hang on. Water's too hard. I want to scare off the wildlife. I can't zoom in. There's a butterfly right on that. Now he's on the fence. Flapping, drying her wings off. She was in the brown box there with my potatoes. You know, right? That box I made by hand. See, this is Wags doing it. By the way, the box I just watered was also my doing with my bare hands. This is why Wags getting those calluses. So now I'm making it rain on my food. Anyways, I'll show you the potatoes before I log this off. I got potatoes growing under a teepee. In bags on purpose. I wanted to show people you could do this in your kitchen, your apartment, and I did it over the winter. I got video clips of it. I grew potatoes to test it out, just to see, like, because I heard in Ireland like a long time ago, that's how they all survived for a while. They had potatoes. See how that worked? But then they had only the same kind, and then they learned that viruses get in there, or whatever, fungus. See, none of you know any of this guy. I didn't know this shit a year ago. See how that worked? Now I know. I don't know why I know. It's like in your DNA. Like, Wags is freaking growing. That's onions in that center pot, by the way. I took out of my kitchen as they're going up in there. By the way, wait till I show you the sprouts. Holy shit. A big bucket of sprouts, and it was so easy to do. They're made out of not peas. I can't think because I don't want to go all over the place. Sustainability is another thing you should be thinking about. Nobody's even thinking about getting a pound of rice, so I don't know what I'm talking about. But for you that know, start thinking, like, just in case you gotta sit at home for a long time. You don't know what's gonna happen in the streets. I do. I used to be in that job. And when you have mass formation psychosis, which is in play, it also happened after the Great Depression and all that garbage. You're going into a depression that they're hiding is what they're doing. When they just told you now 18% inflation hike for the 4th of July weekend, it's in the government. They just told you. They're sneakily raising the inflation slowly. Hey, we told you it's 18%. They're getting close because it's been over 20% since 6 months ago. Now gas is up 50%, if I'm doing my math right, in the last 2 months. So that's more than 18%. And that's the majority of people's fucking expenses right now, besides groceries and rent. Rent is up 40%. That's not 8% inflation. And it's going up again. I'm seeing on the interwebs, people are renewing their leases. They're afraid now. They're up in like 2 months. Because it went from like $1,200 to $2,000. The national average is $2,000 for the first time in world history, by the way. See, there's people that are ignoring the news. And I'm talking real news, not the news channel. I would ignore the news channels. But you don't even listen to people that do. This is what I do. This is all I do is dig up news and put it out to the interwebs. The bigger channels than me. And then I use it once in a while. I just hate doing all this editing. You're going to have a way to keep getting food. So if you can't do it, then you're going to have to find people around you that have a yard, or go get on the corner if there's an empty lot, get a hold of the owner, and 4 of the houses, go over there and start growing freaking food, dude. This is no joke. And the numbers came out yesterday. They're telling you, the lords are telling you, 2024, before any clearing of the inflation. All through 23 now into 24. And that's weird because there's magic numbers with 2025 in the population with Deagle. You guys all remember that doohickey. It's on my feed every week. Remember that in 2013? That's the actuaries for the lords in the dark arts. They got the U.S. pop at 66 million, I think, 63. They adjusted it in 2017, and I think they adjusted it not too long ago. They left that up for almost 10 years before they changed the website recently. They changed it last year, I think, last January, I believe. But it doesn't matter. They show for some odd reason, like, I don't know if they did their math wrong, but the United States is going to only have like 66 million people left. What? Even if you're a retard, like, what kind of math is that? Like, what did you do wrong in your calculation, or what are you basing it on? And if you look at Canada, they were down like 80%. Australia, 80%. I think they were the highest, like 90%. There's a theme. Europe drops like 60%. But then Africa, China, Russia, they, look it up. They actually went up a notch. So I don't know what that means. Like, this is written in 2012. Just so you know, that's a fact. Somebody knows something's going on except you. And by the way, in history, this happens all the time. Societies just collapse every so many years. Every 240, I believe. The average is 250 at the most. I think it's like 248 or so. It's right in between 250 and 245. Is the average length of an empire. By the way, China has ruled the planet in the past. Look that up. There's a famous story about their navy. They had the world's largest navy in the 1500s. Look up what happened at the US. Look up what happened to the China Navy in 1500s. Google this. Put in storm. Somehow this magic storm popped up and wiped them out. Like, but most of you don't believe that can happen. So, but it did. Anyways, that's for those of you that have hope out there. That was for you. The retards ain't gonna know. This is what I was saying about the Bible. Not that you're retarded, but sorry, they just rolled together. The Bible is the cheat, not the cheat code. The Bible is like what is a cheat code? It's a cheat code to the ether because you don't even know that you can talk without talking. You don't know that you can think on other levels that you're not even understanding. Because most people are non-player characters. This is how I'm going to tie this to a video game. So if you're video gaming, if you just give it to a 12-year-old, they'll probably figure it out nowadays. But in the original days of video gaming, you had to give the people my age, which I never played these fucking things, thank God. But those who did, you had to get these books. There was magazines with cheat codes in it. See how that worked? Because you were just put into a game that you have no idea what anything was. That's how life is. Like, they're mocking it, is what I'm saying. And then you're now going into this virtual reality garbage. You're putting goggles on, which have frequency lights in it, by the way. Light is frequency, by the way. The sun, right here, that's frequency. By the way, that thing's giving me vitamins right now. Can you believe that garbage? As I'm sitting there, looks like I'm pissing in my grass. Look at this garbage. This is for the OnlyFans clip. You watering the grass with wax. See how that works? Hopefully that turned out. Hang on, let me move over here. See how that works? Keep your sense of humor. Hang on, I gotta fix my song now, so I think I'm done watering. I gotta go